Okay, this video is about how to scan your computer for spyware and malware using Spybot Search and Destroy 1.5, which is the latest version out there. So I've started the software, and this is what it looks like when it gets started. And the first thing you want to do is search for updates, because there's always new spyware coming out, and you have to tell your computer via Spybot what the new stuff looks like, and then it'll search for it and find it and then get rid of it. So we click on search for updates. It will do a search, and it's going to ask you which server to get it at. I usually use Safer Networking 1. It seems to be pretty consistent. So even though it's in Europe, it's still very consistent. Click continue, and then you pretty much get all of this stuff. It's good to get everything. And then you click download, and you'll see the progress bar going across, and it'll show downloading. And once it's done, it gives a green check mark next to each one. And so we'll just wait until all three of these things, or five, excuse me, to get done. It's almost done. Alrighty, it says please reapply immunization after this update. It's recommended that you do a full scan after this update. Okay, so we click OK. I'll explain immunization in a second. So click OK, then you click exit, because you're just in this certain section of Spybot. You need to get out of that so you can finish what we're doing here. And so it mentioned something about doing a immunization, redoing immunization. Immunization is basically telling the computer that these are the bad things and I want to immunize my computer from them. And so basically what Spybot will do is it will protect your computer. It will block those things from installing. And so every time you do an update, you always want to do an immunization after that, so that when you're up browsing the internet or whatever, it will protect you from those the new spyware that I just found out about. So we're just waiting for this thing to go through here. Sometimes it's it's a new version. So but again, we pretty much spyware. It'll slow your computer down. It'll make things slow, make things not work correctly. Sometimes it'll do so much as to hijack your browser, forcing your browser to go to a certain website, which is not a good thing. And it gets pretty bad. Sometimes it can take over your computer. So it's good to always keep on top of things. I would say run a scan at least once a week, something like that. So all right, so we've done the updates, and as they suggested, we got to do Immunize. I would always do Immunize after, but it'll always tell you to do that. So click on Immunize, and then right here it's showing you that it's protected you from 41,000. However, there's a total of 81,000, and then so there's 39,000 unprotected. So what you want to do is go here and you click on Immunize. So now it's going to protect this computer from the rest of the spyware that it knows about. So it's now down to 0 unprotected, protected 81,595, total 81,595. So we're protected from everything that it knows about, and it knows about the latest things out there. So the third thing we want to do is we want to click on search and destroy, and then we want to check for problems. What we're going to do right here is we're checking the computer for problems, and it's just to scan the computer for spyware and malware. Okay. And this takes usually 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. Sometimes more, depending on how fast your computer is or how slow your computer is with regards to either performance, based on the specs of the computer, or based certainly on how much spyware you have. But in any respect, sometimes you'll have to boot up into safe mode and do this when it's really bad. And the way to do that is you basically restart your computer, and just as it's restarting, right when the screen will go black when you restart it, or when you start or when you just boot up regular. To get in the safe mode, you hold down, you keep on tapping your F8 key, and that'll bring you into safe mode. And if it doesn't, then make sure your F lock is on. The F lock pretty much locks it in so that it'll use those function keys. But that'll bring you up into safe mode, and then you'll see a whole bunch of text. It'll look like you're going really into the innards of the computer. Then it'll say you're entering safe mode. You click OK, and then you go into safe mode. I can't really record that with this program because it involves rebooting the computer. But anyway, that's if your computer's really bad. You go into safe mode and then do the same thing we're doing here. However, you can't get on the internet when you're in safe mode, so you do have to do the updates first and then go into safe mode and do the scan. So I'm going to let this do this scan. I'm certainly not going to let the video just watch this scan because it takes a while. So I'm going to pause the video now, and I will be back with the results and with the how to do the rest of this process. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like I have some spyware on here. It's called Add Revolver, and it says 6 entries. So if you click on the plus sign, it shows you the entries, but there's no need to look at it. It doesn't really matter. So if there's multiple ones here, you just want to make sure you right-click and then say Select All Objects, and just make sure they're checked. If you have a whole bunch, then there's going to be a scroll bar that'll appear here, and you just scroll down. There's no scroll bar here now because I only have one, but you just scroll down and make sure that everything is checked. Everything has a green check mark inside, so you'll be removing it when you click on Fix Selected Problems. So up here there's a button called Fix Selected Problems. So since everything's selected, I click Fix Selected Problems, and it says you're about to remove these entries. Do you want to continue? Click Yes. 6 problems fixed. So click OK, and that has a big green check mark, which means that it's it's been removed. It's good to go. So that's pretty much it. After you've done the scan, after you fix the problems, then you are done. All you do is close the program and you are good to go. So that is how to do a search of your computer for spyware and malware. We're using Search and Destroy version 1.5.